Hi Enzo, Nizar Kinsella from BBC Sport. I wanted to ask if Noni Madueke has left the group and if you're aware that he's leaving Chelsea, and do you think you have enough attackers even if he does leave Chelsea Football Club?
Yeah, Noni is in contact with the new club, and I guess that he's going to leave in the next hours.
Second row, please. Second row, please.
Hola Enzo, ¿qué tal? Morena Beltrán para ESPN Argentina. Quería preguntarte por qué en el entrenamiento te vimos charlando con Enzo antes de que empezara con Enzo Fernández, tenía la pelota ahí en la mano. Quería saber si se podía revelar un poquito de esa intimidad y qué tan importante es él para vos. Bueno, y imagino que también recuperando a Caicedo ese mediocampo ideal. Gracias.
Bueno, suelo hablar un poco con todos los jugadores. Con Enzo no recuerdo exactamente de lo que estábamos comentando en aquel momento, pero te vuelvo a decir que suelo hablar con todo. Por supuesto que Enzo es un jugador importante, lo ha demostrado esta temporada con nosotros, de ir de menos a más, y está terminando de manera fantástica.
We'll go Jacob, fifth row, please, over here on the left.
Hi, Enzo. Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian. Given how PSG have played in the last 6 months and the performance that they put in against Real Madrid on Wednesday, how important is it that your players are willing to suffer on Sunday, because there will presumably be long spells where you do not have the ball?
Say again? The final part?
How important is it that your players are willing to suffer on Sunday, because there will be long times in the game where you do not have the ball?
Who said that?
There presumably will be,
okay.
because of how PSG play.
Yeah, we see. We see in 2 days, for sure, that they are top team in Europe, in the world, probably in this moment the best team in the world. But I think that every game is different, every game can be different, and we're gonna try our best to do a good game.
The middle at the back, please.
Hola Enzo.
Yes, all good, working.
Hola Enzo, acá Cristian Martín, estamos en vivo para DirecTV toda América Latina. Te quería preguntar por la situación de Moisés. Entendemos que está bien, ese tobillo está recuperado. ¿Y qué te pareció la demostración del Paris Saint-Germain contra el Real Madrid y cómo planeás, en lo que nos puedas contar, combatirla, ¿no? Porque realmente recuperando a Moisés recuperás una parte clave del motor de este equipo junto a Enzo, pero ellos realmente han superado a un grande como el Real Madrid ampliamente, y si por ahí pasa un poco por ahí la batalla principal o del inicio de esta final. Gracias.
Por supuesto que Moy es un jugador importante para nosotros. Esta mañana participó aparte de la sesión. Ojalá lo podamos tener el domingo. Y luego, como acabo de decir, el Paris Saint-Germain creo que en este momento es el mejor equipo del mundo a nivel de club. Lo está demostrando, lo ha demostrado en Francia, lo ha demostrado ganando la Champions League 5-0 contra el Inter de Milán. Lo está demostrando en esta competición, y el domingo, que por supuesto va a ser un partido muy difícil, pero como acabo de decir, vamos a intentar de prepararlo de la mejor manera posible e intentar ganar el partido.
Go Andy, fifth row, please. Thank you.
Hi Enzo, Andy Dillon from The Sun in London. Since Noni Madueke joined Chelsea, he's gone on to become an England full international, and you've said yourself only recently how well he's been doing. So I just wondered if you could talk to us why you agreed to sell him, and to sell him to a club like Arsenal that is considered a direct rival for yourselves, if not for the title, for the top 4 places in the Premier League, please.
I said in the one of the last press conference, at the end, if players want to leave, at the end it's difficult for the club, for the manager, and Noni's desire was to leave. Otherwise, no one said to Noni, you have to leave. So It's Noni desire to leave, and if he's happy, we are happy.
In the front, please.
Hello, Enzo. It's João Quer from Brazil. I would like to know if you have any concerns about the weather, as the game is going to be played at 3 o'clock, and the prediction is that we might have like 31 degrees Celsius or 85 Fahrenheit, and Chelsea has had issues with weather in this competition. I would like to know if you have any concerns about it, and if you are preparing your team to play in these hot conditions. Thank you.
We arrived here in USA 1 month ago. It's already 1 month we are here, so now we are used to, to play with this condition. It will be for us, will be for them, so it's for both teams.
Gentleman in the front here, please.
Buongiorno Maresca, Fabio Russomando, Flashscore. What do you think when people say that PSG is unplayable, and if you are doing something to isolate your players from this noise?
No, I just said I'm agree with most of the people that they say that they are the best team in Europe, the best team in the world, and the reason why is because they are showing this. They show in France, they show in the Champions League, they are showing this competition. We have maximum respect for them. I said in my last press conference that I really enjoy watching them, but at the same time, we are here to try to do our best and to win the final.
Fourth row, please.
Kyle Baum with the Sporting News. Coach, appreciate your time. PSG, I mean, we've heard it plenty here. They have so many different ways to hurt you. They can counter quickly. They can play slow possession. They can do so many different things well. How difficult is preparing for a team like that, where it's not just one thing they're very good at, there's so many different things you have to be ready for? Is that more difficult?
For sure will be difficult, but for me personally, all the games, they are difficult. You have to prepare. Fluminense beat Inter Milan, that they lost the final, Champions League final. They beat Al Hilal, that Al Hilal beat City. All the games, they are difficult. All the games, they are complicated. You have to be ready. You have to prepare all the details in the best way. And as I said, we're going to try to prepare this game in our best way.
Second row over here, please.
Olá, Mister. Rodrigo Oliveira, Rádio Gaúcha Brasil. Pergunta en español. Sos un entrenador atento a detalles. Antes de Fluminense miraste varios partidos de Brasil, incluso de Grêmio. Ahora ha mirado el partido Botafogo 1, PSG 0, y de alguna manera el Botafogo puede ser una inspiración para Chelsea de cómo ganar de PSG.
Yo creo que todos los partidos son diferentes. He estado mirando bastante partido del PSG, he mirado el partido con el Botafogo, pero creo que también tenemos que mirar partidos donde el otro equipo juega similar o tiene algún concepto similar al nuestro, pero que por supuesto el Botafogo le ganó y hizo un muy buen partido.
Peter in the fifth row, please. Fifth row.
Hi, Enzo. Peter Rutzler from The Times. Obviously, we've mentioned about PSG. I was wondering, when you look at their style of play, the way they press and the way they are on the ball, how much of that would you like to see in your Chelsea team, or are there things that you think your team do similarly, or are there things that you want your team to get to that they do?
For sure, Paris Saint-Germain and their manager, Luis Enrique, are a reference not only for me, but I think for all the people that they love football. But at the same time, we are our style. I think we showed during this season the way we want to do things on the ball and off the ball. But as I said, they are for sure a reference for most of the manager and most of the players in the world.
Go the gentleman in the front here, please. Right in the front.
Mister, buongiorno, Daniele Miceli, Mediaset Italia. Facciamo in spagnolo. Al Chelsea le gusta mantener el balón, dirigir y luego cuánto es posible hacerlo contra un equipo como el PSG que presiona muy alto, muy fuerte. Y la segunda cosa es el duelo entre dos italianos, Donnarumma y Maresca, dos campanos, lo que piensa.
Sí, no, nosotros somos un equipo que nos gusta mantener el balón, por supuesto, ellos también, a ellos les gusta presionar arriba, nosotros hacemos lo mismo. Yo creo que va a ser un partido donde hay poco proceso de pases, porque los dos equipos quieren presionar, y tengo la sensación que va a ser más un partido de atacar, atacar, atacar.
Third row on the end, please.
Hola Enzo, ¿cómo estás? Matías Pelicioni de DAZN Sports, Argentina. Te quería preguntar, ¿qué sentís vos a un partido de hacer historia y qué mensaje le bajás a tus jugadores? ¿Y qué es lo que más te preocupa del Paris Saint-Germain?
No, primero, nosotros estamos encantados de estar aquí, nos sentimos unos privilegiados porque llegamos aquí hace un mes con 32 equipos, nos quedamos 16, de 16 nos quedamos 8, de 8 4, de 4 2, entonces estamos muy felices y encantados de estar aquí. Lo que me preocupa del Paris Saint-Germain es lo que me preocupa de cualquier equipo, intentar ayudar al equipo a preparar de la mejor manera el partido, darle toda la información posible a los jugadores para que puedan cumplir en el campo, y esta es mi mayor preocupación. Luego yo intento preparar los partidos, intento respetar a cualquier equipo. De la manera que preparo el partido el domingo es de la misma manera que he preparado el partido contra los equipos brasileños. O sea, no me cambia mucho, en el sentido que intento ver dónde le podemos hacer daño, intento ver dónde puedo evitar que nos hagan daño, y a partir de ahí preparamos el partido.
We'll go fourth row over here, please.
This is a moment that comes once in a lifetime. You're playing against PSG on a final. What would be your message to Chelsea supporters across all over the world? What is one message that you have for them?
Yeah, the message that we need their support. I think the team deserve all the trust from them, because during this season finished top 4 in the Premier League, won the conference and played the Club World Cup. I think has been a great season. For me, the biggest achievement of this season is that exactly 1 year ago, no one was talking about Chelsea, about football. Everyone was talking about Chelsea, about big squad, big money, these kind of things. Now, no one is talking about this. Now, everyone is talking about Chelsea, the way we play, the way we win games. And this is personally the biggest achievement of this season.
Second row over here, please.
Mister, buenas tardes, Manu Bravo de Cracks. Quería preguntarle por el desgaste de la plantilla. Vienen de una temporada muy larga, jugar competiciones locales, conference, algunos de sus jugadores, incluso eliminatorias sudamericanas. Llegan al Mundial de Clubes, avanzan hasta el último partido. ¿Cómo es el desgaste? ¿Cómo ha afrontado esto? Y si tiene algún tipo de temor por la temporada que viene respecto al físico de los jugadores. Gracias.
No, la temporada que viene ya veremos. Nosotros tendremos por fin 3 semanas de vacaciones después del partido del domingo. El otro día con un colega de Brasil, cuando yo dije que jugamos más que ellos, me dijeron que no era así, pero los equipos brasileños han estado un mes de vacación desde diciembre a enero, y ha sido vacaciones, mientras los jugadores nuestros, el último mes de vacaciones que han tenido ha sido hace más de un año. Entonces esta creo que es una diferencia que le cuesta entender a ellos, pero es una diferencia enorme. Entonces, a nivel de energía, nosotros estamos terminando una temporada, luego tendremos, por fin, tendremos 3 semanas libres después de 15 meses donde hemos estado sin parar, y vamos a intentar recuperar la energía para el año siguiente.
Fourth row over here, please.
Hi Enzo. Hi. Congratulations on getting to the final. Patrick Snell from CNN World Sport Atlanta. Take us inside your dressing room, please, your locker room. What are your players like? What is the camaraderie like in your dressing room, in your locker room? Speak to your players. Tell us about your players, and what or who are you most proud of? Who are the real characters there?
Oh, yeah, in this moment, the mood inside the changing room is fantastic, it's top. The reason why is because they value what they have done during this competition, during the season, but especially now that we are here during this competition. As I said before, when you start with 32 teams and then you are lucky to be at the end just 2 teams, they feel proud, they are happy, and I have the feeling that we are also ready to play this final on Sunday. Then we have different players that they are good character, so many of them.
Third row in the middle, please.
Maresca, Gabi Guimarães, TV Band, a Brazilian broadcast. I would like to hear your impressions over João Pedro. What's the most impressive skill of his, in your opinion? And do you see him on the 11 starters on Sunday? Thank you.
Yeah, Joao is a very good player. The reason why we bought him is because we think that he is going to help us, especially against teams that they defend deep, low block. It's very good in a small space. He has great quality. And now we have 48 hours before the final. We are lucky that we can choose different options, and we see for the final if he's going to play.
In the front here, please.
Muy buen día, Enzo. Retrocediendo unos años atrás y volviendo a la escuela técnica de fútbol en Italia, hizo una tesis de fútbol y ajedrez. ¿Qué tanto tiene este partido de ajedrez el día domingo y si es la partida de ajedrez más complicada que va a tener hasta el momento?
Me gusta mucho el ajedrez. Veo muchas cosas similares al fútbol y creo que a nivel táctico cada partido tiene movimiento, no de ajedrez, pero tiene movimientos que yo considero importantes. Si el rival hace algo, yo inmediatamente intento hacer otra cosa. Y me gusta el ajedrez, pero me gusta mucho más el pensamiento que tienen los jugadores de ajedrez. Si este partido tiene algo de ajedrez, por supuesto, sí va a ser un partido de ajedrez muy difícil, por supuesto, pero vamos a intentar disfrutarlo.
Okay, we've got time for one more. We'll go for the gentleman in the second row, please.
Islam Balbon from Algeria. Est-ce que vous voyez cette finale comme une opportunité, pour une opportunité à Chelsea pour revenir au top, surtout après l'expérience de PSG d'avoir une équipe sans star et une équipe de jeunes?
Je parle français, mais je pense que j'ai besoin les traducteurs. Je pense que l'équipe, c'est incroyable. Je pense que l'entraîneur, c'est le meilleur avec Pep, pour moi. Et je pense que l'équipe, c'est beaucoup de joueurs, ils sont incroyables. Donc, pour moi, c'est difficile, c'est pas facile, mais nous sommes ici et we're gonna try our best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow, Coach. And we continue with the Chelsea captain, Reece James, shortly.
But they're in the front, like they're just in.
Only if there's an international
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the press conference of Chelsea captain Reece James. We also have here at the head table the team media officer Charlie Long. The rules are the same. Please raise your hand, wait for the microphone, and don't forget to name yourself and the media outlet you're representing. And I'm passing the floor to Charlie to moderate the press conference.
We'll start in the middle with Elisabetta, second row.
Hi, Reece. Elisabetta Zampieri from Stats Perform. I have a question for you. You're a very young team playing a final against another very young team, but who have won recently the Champions League. How do you prepare for this game with a team that strong and so difficult to play against?
No, I think we prepare as if we were playing another game. It's a final, but no, we prepare every game as if we want to win.
Gentlemen, full throw on the right. Kyle Bauman, Sporting News, Reece over here. Appreciate your time. When you are playing out wide or in the middle against a team like PSG that loves to get forward, possess the ball in large amounts, how hard is it not to get pinned back as a team and assert yourselves too against a team that's so good in possession and so good at pressing?
To be honest, I can't really answer that. We haven't played against them yet. Now we're expecting a difficult game. You know, they are champions of Europe. And yeah, I think, you know, all we can do is prepare right and, you know, be ready.
Woman, full throw in the middle.
Hello, Reece James. My name is Kalista from Nigeria. With your experience as the captain of this Chelsea team, PSG has beaten every single Premier League team they've faced this year. What do you think you can say to your players, to the team, to be able to get past PSG?
No, I think, you know, this game is a super high-level game. You know, they are, you know, one of the hottest teams in the world at the moment. But, you know, this is the final. This is a one-off game. You know, everyone has them down as strong favourites. But, you know, I've been in many finals before where we've been favourites. And, you know, we haven't come out on top. So, you know, this doesn't mean too much to me. And I don't really care, to be honest, that, you know, everyone is bigging up, you know, our opposition. You know, we were preparing right, and, you know, we are going to win.
Gentleman in the blue T-shirt at the front.
Reece James, Pedro Cunha from Brazil. 32 clubs, 1 month in USA. For you, what is the biggest challenge to reaching the final?
I think the biggest challenge is the circumstances, you know, we're playing in, the travel, the quality of the pitches. You know, the climate is so hot. You know, no one in Europe is used to this heat. You know, playing at 3 o'clock in, you know, the hottest time of the day is super difficult for us to adapt.
Gentleman at the front.
Hello, Reece. It's João from Brazil. You just mentioned your about the heat. We know that you guys have been here for a month, and the heat hits for both teams. What do you think can change in such a big game when both teams are affected by extreme heat? Thank you.
I mean, the game will be harder for the team that don't have the ball, because you'll be running a lot more. But no, as you said, you know, we are both playing in the same conditions. And yeah, I think we've played in it, you know, a fair amount now, so I'd say we're slowly getting used to it.
Women's second row in the white top.
Reece here, Morena Beltrán for ESPN Argentina. I wanted to ask you about Enzo Fernandez. You are both captains of the team, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think about him as a partner and what he makes on the pitch? Thank you.
No, Enzo Fernandez is you know, an amazing player, an amazing person, and you know, he's come on so much since he arrived at Chelsea. You know, he's a huge part, you know, of Chelsea Football Club, and you know, a huge player for our team, and you know, he'll play a big part on Sunday.
Christian at the very back.
Hi, here at the back, Christian Martin with Live for the whole of Latin America with these sports. I wanted to ask you about you. We saw you, you know, struggling with an injury. Is that fully recovered? and the meaning of having Moises back, in that engine in midfield, which proved to be great during the season, and his partnership with Enzo, not just referring to the previous question, not just Enzo, but the partnership, two guys complementing each other, doing so well for so long ahead of the final. Thanks.
No, just to clear, I wasn't injured, so let's put that to bed. And, talking about our two midfielders, Enzo and Moy, two phenomenal players. They are definitely up there with, the best midfielders in the world, and I think that will be displayed on Sunday.
Gentleman in the stripe, sir.
This is John Jackson from Tanzania. My question to you is, if you guys happen to win against PSG on a final on Sunday, would you consider Chelsea as the biggest team, toughest team, great team in the world after winning this title?
Oh, I think that's a big statement. If we win on Sunday, we were probably the best team on the day. Does it make us the best team, in Europe? I'm not sure. We're striving to get there. Whether one game decides that, I don't know. It's probably up to you to decide.
Go to Peter in the sixth row.
Hi, Reece. Peter Rutzler from The Times. I just wanted to follow up when you said you weren't injured. When you pulled out of the warm-up, I think it was Palmeiras, what happened in that moment?
No, I wasn't feeling so good in the warm-up. I've come a long way, with my history. And could I have played? I probably could have played, but, if something happened in that game, then I probably would have looked back and thought, I had a warning. Why did I not listen? I thought it was the best decision, not to take unnecessary risk and, be available because, I believed, and thankfully we won that game.
Gentleman with a cap in the middle.
Hi, here.
Hello.
Walid Al-Hadidi from 365 Scores. Last season and in this tournament, PSG defeated all English clubs. So in next match in the final, Chelsea will be different, will be a harder team against PSG, who has a good luck really against all English teams?
Yeah, I think, as you said, they've beaten, all the English teams so far they've come up against. We're expecting, a tough game, don't get me wrong. They are an amazing team. But yeah, we have also an amazing team, and I think, we will surprise a lot of people. We've come a long way from our journey, when it started. And we are looking forward to Sunday.
Gentleman in the
Hello,
blue
Reece.
shirt at the back.
Good afternoon. Marcelo Correggio from TV Globo Brazil. I would like to know if you can relate somehow these days before the final match against PSG to those days in 2021 before the final match against Man City, when people were, choosing them as favorites, and you guys somehow did the opposite on the pitch.
No, I think, as I said earlier, stats and data and favorite, not favorite, it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to our team. There's something that makes other people happy. There's two great young sides, playing against each other, on the biggest stage. I believe we're going to go toe to toe. And
Gentleman in the white
Reece
t-shirt.
here, Rodrigo Fragoso from TNT Sport Brazil. Reece, the only club who beat PSG in this tournament, it was Botafogo from Brazil. And the coach, Luis Henrique, said after the match that Botafogo was the best team in strategy, talking about defensive things against PSG on all the season. Do you think that you can take something from the Botafogo strategy to use in that final, or are different things?
No, I think for sure you have to look at the games where, they've probably been defeated or haven't performed so well. I'm not going to say, we're going to play the way they played, but for sure, the analyst team will look at the games that, they've found more difficult, and we will try and adapt.
Woman third row in the middle, please.
Godspa from Nigeria. I want to ask you about your teammate, Joao Pedro. What difference has he brought to the team right now? And how do you think he'd be able to conquer PSG on Sunday?
No, I think, Joao is an amazing young player. I've played against him many times. And, I'm not sure how many people knew his quality, but I think, he made his first start the other day and he scored 2 goals. And, I think his quality has opened, a lot of people's eyes. And, he's an amazing young player and we're happy to have him here.
Okay, final question, gentleman in the blue polo.
Hi, Reece. Your match on Sunday is exactly the same time kickoff as England's Women's Euros team. I'm wondering who your family watches with those identical kickoff times.
No, I think they'll both be, they'll be watching both at the same time probably. One on the TV, one on the iPad.
How tough will it be for family when that happens to decide? How special a family day is it when something like this happens? Because it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's special, but, it will be more special, depending on results. And yeah.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. And